Alright y'all, welcome back to another video, man. And today y'all, I just wanted to yap about some discourse that's been going on within the DC fandom. And that is, a lot of people think that the DCU is dying, that it's over, and yada yada yada. And look, it may feel that way, but man, like, y'all some pussy ass bitches. Like, I'm sorry to say that, but like, y'all think just because the Supergirl movie underperformed that all of a sudden that they're going to cancel Clayface, Lanterns, Man of Tomorrow, and the Batman Part 2. And the reason why I say Matt's Batman is because it's still under DC Studios. So, like, if one goes, then the rest gotta go. And it's funny because that fandom, y'all know which fandom I'm talking about. They're a little bubble, bro. They keep saying that, like, oh, Zack Snyder going to come back. Yeah, keep telling yourself that, little bro. His universe as a whole is the whole reason why we got a fucking reboot in the first place. But anyway, like, I don't know why people are panicking when it's just one project that flopped out of the other three. I understand if, let's say, Creature Commando flop, and then, you know, Peacemaker, you know, after that was mid, which a lot of people think that it flopped because, you know, some didn't like the ending. And a lot of people expected way too much because they had high expectations. Just because the finale failed, or quote unquote failed, doesn't mean that the whole show flopped, dog. And Superman was a huge success. And look, let's say we're excluding, you know, the whole show, and we're only going to talk about the first two movies, Superman and Supergirl. Like, it's just like the MCU. A lot of people don't remember, but when the MCU started with Iron Man 1, and that movie did fantastic, what came afterwards? It was Incredible Hulk, which it bombed hard. It didn't make much money, and also was reviewed harsh as well. Like, it was still like, it was like a really mid movie. But did the MCU die after that? No, they knew, like, they didn't say like,
oh my god, we're ruined, we're fucked after one movie, how could this happen?
No, they knew that this was just a small bump in the road because they were thinking of the future, the, like, you know, the bigger plan for the universe. And shit, Peter Safran has already came out and said, yeah, Supergirl may be underperforming, but this is just a, you know, small mishap for the larger universe we're building. I feel like Supergirl is going to be like a Thor-like character, and what I mean by that is, if you look at the reviews for Supergirl, like, all of them say the same thing about Millie, and that is she is Supergirl, and a lot of people love her, and that's good. And why do I compare her as Thor? Well, Chris Hemsworth as Thor is a generational casting, in my opinion. But personally, for me, his movies suck ass, bro. Like, they're so fucking boring. The only good one is, you know, Thor Ragnarok, and he was only good in like in the Avengers as well, like the Avengers movie. But other than that, like, Ragnarok was his only good movie where, you know, he was great in, or not great. I mean, he was great as Thor in every other, you know, movie. But like, he really exceeded as Thor in that movie, for me personally. And I feel like that's going to be the same with Millie as Supergirl. I feel like she's going to be another supporting character for other movies until she gains more popularity and better love. And that's when they'll probably make another movie for her. But that shit ain't coming out till like hella years, man. And I would also like to point out that all but 2 films in phase 1 were like 70%. And the fact that, like, you know, it was still a good rating back in the day, like, it just tells you how much, you know, time and change. Because Supergirl got like a 75, man. And again, that's like your average fucking phase 1 MCU movie. Like I said, like, almost every fucking MCU movie in phase 1 was a 70-ish percentage. Besides, you know, Iron Man 1 and the Avengers. And the fact that, like, you know, Supergirl got a 75 and it's still considered a quote-unquote bad, fucking terrible, atrocious movie. Like, let's be real, man. And it's crazy because, you know, negativity is so loud these days, man, that, like, you know, it really does overshadow, like, you know, positivity. And dude, you see that in every media, like every media that, like, you know, that is being shown on the news. Negativity really does overpower the goodness and, you know, humanity, man. And, you know, that's just sad. But, you know, that's another topic for another, you know, day. But yeah, you know, you get the gist. Like, you know, negativity does overshadow, like, the goodness. The reason why I'm bringing all this up is because, like, man, we're only 2 films in, and dog, a bump in the road is not going to kill the whole universe. Like, dude, we got a Clayface movie that's coming out in a couple of months, and it has a budget of 40 million. It's going to make its money back probably in its preview opening, maybe. Like, depends how they market it. But either way, it's going to make its money back. Because I don't doubt that, like, you know, leading up to the film, there's probably going to be like rumors of a Batman cameo. And shit, dude, I just remember, like, you know, when I was recording this, and dog, there's already rumors about it. I know he already said himself that, like, you know, you're not supposed to, like, really, like, take his word for it. But John Campea said that there's somebody within the industry, I believe at Warner Bros, looking at one person. I think there's like 3 people that they're eyeing, but, you know, there's one person in mind that they're actually, like, you know, have stronger love, I guess, towards that person becoming the DCU Batman. So the fact that there's already rumors about it you know, they're definitely gonna probably put in a last minute cameo. But yeah, like I said, I wouldn't doubt that there's gonna be like, you know, rumors of a Batman cameo leading up to the film for Clayface. And I know a lot of Batman fans are going to watch it for a chance of a Batman cameo. And not only that, dude, Man of Tomorrow comes out next year, and I know it's going to be a banger. And let's say it barely makes some budget back and marketing back, like it's still a financial success, but of course one may want more money for the studio. Dude, we're gonna get the Batman Part 2 next year. So like, you know, not unfortunately, but fortunately, that movie is going to make a fuck ton of money for DC Studios. So like, I don't get why that fandom, and like I said, y'all know what fandom I'm talking about. I don't get why they're saying all this shit of like, oh, the lights are going to turn off for DC Studios, fuck Gun, and all that. Like, when, let's be real, Batman will definitely come and save them. And also, they're going to release a bunch of, you know, animated stuff soon again under DC Studios, and one of them projects is going to be Absolute Batman, and that shit is going to bang hard, dude. Like I said, Batman's going to be the savior again, and we'll keep the lights on for DC Studios. So like, you know, I'm pretty sure, like, let's say the only financial failure is Supergirl. Clayface is going to make some of that money back. Man of Tomorrow is definitely going to make that money back. Definitely going to recuperate for, you know, the bomb of Supergirl. And Batman Part 2, it's definitely going to make a shit ton of money back for the fucking studio. So it's all going to balance out by the end of fucking Batman Part 2. And I do want to talk about more about the, you know, the animated stuff, but I think I'm going to say that for another video. So yeah, people, the DCU ain't going anywhere. Get a spine, DCU fans. Like, you're stronger than this, man. Come on. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. What are your thoughts? Write them down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.